Hello YouTube, Freddy Cardona here. Welcome back to another boring driving and the news. This is a weekday snippet of the news that I upload Monday through Friday on my commute to work, and I bring you with me. And we do that for historical reasons. We want to record history so that 40 years from now someone could come back to one of these dates and listen to what the news was, or what was happening in the news on that particular day. So I appreciate everyone joining me. I appreciate all the views on these videos, and let's get you right into the news.
92.3 FM, and now this message for you. If you own a small business, you know the value of time, of course. Well, so does GetRefunds.com. Susan Richard here, and in fact, that is why they have made it so easy, no matter how busy you are, to apply for the Employee Retention Credit, or ERC. Have you heard about this? It's a payroll tax refund program, and your business may be eligible. We're talking up to $26,000 per employee.
We're here on the corner of Market Street and 20th Ave on my way to work. So thank you guys for joining me.
See if your business qualifies. No time at all. They've already helped clients claim more than $3 billion through the ERC, and they may be able to help you too. And by the way, that's with no upfront charge. In fact, they don't get paid until your business gets its refund. Also, just be aware many business owners think you won't qualify, but that's mistaken. That's based on incomplete or outdated info. So go to getrefunds.com. Again, getrefunds.com.
WINS FM in HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
44 degrees now. We have cloudy skies. The humidity 79%. The winds northeast at 10. 44. We're heading up to 52 in Central Park. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Sharon Barnes Waters is our service aide. Justin Schrager's at the editor's desk. I'm Susan Richard.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning. It's 44 degrees at 8 o'clock on this Tuesday, March 28th. I'm Bud Mishkin. Here's what's happening. President Biden has ordered flags at half-staff for the 6 victims in the latest mass shooting in America at an elementary school in Nashville. And arresting Queens of a suspect charged in a number of swastika attacks. The grand jury weighing possible criminal charges against former President Trump is scheduled to convene again tomorrow. The Office of the Attorney General of New Jersey is taking over the embattled police department in Paterson. Sports, the Knicks routed Houston at the Garden 137-115. The Islanders beat the Devils 5-1. AccuWeather, we're looking at a chilly start out the door today. Cooler for the rest of the day. Perhaps a late day, some sunny breaks, and perhaps a sprinkle throughout the course of the day or into this evening. We'll have a high of 52. When's news time? 8:01.
What does that mean, embattled police department, that the Attorney General has to take it over? That's saddening. Well, hopefully that'll work out.
As we continue with what we see on Long Island's Big 3, we've got LIE delays westbound into the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway. Then again from 40 to 39, we're fine to the Queens line. We've got delays on the Northern State right around the Wantagh Parkway, and that's pretty much it for the Northern State Parkway. And if you're traveling out to the Grand Central, we've got delays east and westbound between the Clearview and 164th Street. We've got Jackie Robinson Parkway delays going westbound in Jamaica Avenue from back at Cypress Hill Street, and eastbound from Woodhaven Boulevard into the Kew Gardens interchange. Now, the inbound RFK Bridge is jammed across the span because of an accident on the southbound FDR at 116th Street. Yeah, that one, it's still there. We're jammed up the Harlem River from the 140s. Now, over at the Hudson River, we've got 45 in at the George, 40 at the Lincoln, 40 at the Holland. Alternate side parking rules and regulations are in effect, and we're sponsored by LifeVac. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes around the clock, breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Today is National Choking Awareness Day. LifeVac wants everyone to reflect on how we can put a stop to choking deaths. LifeVac is the easiest, safest, and most effective way to clear an airway. Go to lifevac.net and use the code NEWS to save 20% on your purchase.
President Biden has ordered flags to fly at half-staff after the latest mass shooting in America. At a Nashville elementary school, 6 people murdered and 3 students and 3 adults.
Children held hands as they were taken to safety following a deadly shooting at their Nashville school.
No parent should have to receive that call.
Police say the shooter killed 3 students and 3 adults at the Covenant School, a Christian elementary school.
I was hoping this day would never ever come here in the city.
The students were all just 9 years old, identified as Evelyn Dykehouse, Hallie Scruggs, and William Kinney. The adults, custodian Mike Hill, substitute teacher Cynthia Peak, and head of school Catherine Coombs.
As correspondent Christian Benavides, the shooter was killed by police. We've seen this situation many times before, a mass murder in America and then the reaction.
The Nashville shooter.
2 AR-15s and a handgun.
And, says Congressman Jared Moskowitz, Florida Democrat.
Hundreds of rounds of ammunition, body armor.
Adding,
you don't need that to protect your family.
Tennessee Republican Congressmen Mark Green and Tim Burchett.
Let's take care of these families, and then we'll talk about it.
The common thread is you've got somebody who's mentally ill and evil.
When will children get priority over the gun lobby and
over lawmakers who don't even know what Wi-Fi is?
Says Congressman Jamal Bowman, New York Democrat. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News.
Nashville is the home of the country music world, and several musicians responded yesterday. Sheryl Crow tweeting, "Our children deserve better, praying for all affected, tragic America." And Mickey Guyton tweeting, "Children are getting assassinated on an everyday basis in a place that is supposed to be their safe haven." Wins News Time 8:04. Back in our area, an arrest in a series of swastika attacks in Queens.
The man who scratched swastikas on sidewalks in Queens over a week did so in the middle of the day a few times. Police circulated video. His face was out there. Someone called in a tip. Police have charged 34-year-old Antoine Blount from Forest Hills with aggravated harassment and criminal mischief as a hate crime. His motive? Still not known. In response to a rise in anti-Semitic incidents, the Anti-Defamation League is now joining forces with Jewish federations in New York and New Jersey. Here's Regional ADL Director Scott Richmond.
Doing this together means that we are coordinated. It means that we are speaking with one voice. And often, as we've seen in emergencies, that's critical.
8 groups are coming together under one umbrella to form the Jewish Security Alliance, one entity for security training, intelligence gathering, and coordination with law enforcement. Sean Adams, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Forest Hills.
Wins News Time 8:05. The grand jury in the case weighing possible criminal charges against former President Trump is scheduled to meet next tomorrow. Here's 1010 Wins reporter Glenn Schuck.
Appearing before the grand jury Monday afternoon, David Pecker, a longtime friend of Donald Trump and the one-time publisher of the National Enquirer. Now, to sit down with Sean Hannity on Fox News last night, the former president claiming Mr. Bragg's actions here are election interference. He also talked about this picture on his Truth Social, where he's holding a baseball bat next to a picture of Bragg.
We posted the story, but they had a picture up, but they then put a picture up, or that nobody thought it was bad. These were 2 separate pictures. I was promoting Made in America. You make these baseball bats instead of sending over to Japan and China and all other places where they're made.
And Harlem Monday, lawmakers like Congressman Adriano Espaillat defending the DA.
And so for the former president to engage in this kind of rhetoric is dangerous. And so we're here to support Alvin Bragg. He's, again, a son of Harlem.
Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM here at Trump Tower.
Quick check of AccuWeather. We're looking at a chilly start out the door today. We have 44 degrees right now. It'll be cooler the rest of the day. Clouds, perhaps a few late day sunny breaks. There could be a sprinkler or a pop-up shower around anytime through this evening, but much of the time today will be dry. A high of 52, and then seasonably chilly overnight with a low of 38 in the city, closer to freezing in the outlying suburbs. If you want to take a sneak peek at Thursday, if by chance you have tickets to Yankees opening day, it'll be sunny but chilly with a gusty breeze and a high just 48. Wins News Time 8:07. Gun violence last night in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. Police say 2 men were shot outside the NYCHA Ingersoll houses just after 11 o'clock. Authorities say a 33-year-old man was killed. A 21-year-old man shot in the hand went to nearby Brooklyn Hospital Center on his own. No arrests as of yet. The Office of the New Jersey Attorney General is taking control of the police department in Patterson.
There have been corruption cases, legal settlements, and several questionable shootings over the last few years in the Patterson Police Department. New Jersey Attorney General Matt Platkin has seen enough.
Effective immediately. my office has assumed control of all law enforcement functions of the Patterson Police Department.
Platkin calls it a crisis of confidence in the city. He's installing Issa Abbasi as police chief, currently the NYPD's chief of strategic initiatives.
This is the state of New Jersey coming in to provide the support that this community needs, to provide the resources that this community needs, and to provide the leadership that this community needs. And we will not leave until we're done.
Long simmering tensions came to a head earlier this month after police fatally shot activist Najee Seabrooks. Patterson Mayor Andre Sayegh says in a statement he looks forward to working with the state, provided it follows through on promises to bring more resources. Steve Burns, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Wins News Time, 8:08. Back in the city, the New York City Council is calling for increased transparency within the NYPD.
Council Speaker Adrian Adams says the measures call for more reporting of interactions with civilians, examining how police stop civilians, and give monthly overtime reports.
Police transparency and accountability are consistent with public safety, and it is misguided, and it is certainly also short-sighted to portray them as in conflict.
One measure wants body-worn camera video to be turned over within 5 days of the recording. Michael Clark of the NYPD's Legislative Affairs Bureau says there are other issues involved.
The operational burden would be insurmountable and would severely affect privacy rights, including those of sexual assault victims and those with sealed records.
PBA President Pat Lynch says all this sets up more limitations on cops who should be out in the community. Juliet Papa, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
All right, guys, that's it for today's news. A very busy news day with the shooting in Tennessee, the crisis with the Patterson Police Department. I hope that gets fixed. I love my hometown of Patterson, as you guys know. So I'm hoping that all that gets repaired. All right, guys, see you on the next video.